Hey, good morning. This is encouragement and motivation from my heart. And today I kind of more want to inspire you just as I was inspired this weekend. And hopefully I get through this message without tears because I am emotional. But we will get through it together. Today I want to label this as God Never Stops. There's a song that's been like resonating in my heart and my mind this whole weekend, and it's called Waymaker by Michael W. Smith. And the words that resound is, even when we don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. And of course, this song is talking about God, because isn't it awesome that God doesn't need a break, that he doesn't get tired, he doesn't give up on us. These words, this song, it's something that too often can be pushed aside by angst, by disappointment, sorrow, what we observe outwardly and what we feel inwardly can push this promise, can push these words that are in this song, more than just words, aside. It's been a whisper in my heart and in my mind this weekend. As I battle the emotions of missing my best friend, my husband, as he's in another state right now until his job's able to transfer him and we're able to sell our house. This song is a reaffirmation that God is still working and moving in our lives, even when I can't see it, and even when I may not feel it. He is still working in our lives. And I know that this is season. And I mean, it could be worse. I could not have my husband at all. So everything that's going on in the world, the devastation, the death of loved ones, it can be hard to see that God is still working in our lives and in the midst. But God is still working and he isn't stopping. But then we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing while he's working? Are we sulking in our own sorrow? Are we accepting the false reality of the past failures as how life is going to be? Matthew 16:19 said, Jesus is telling the disciples, I'll give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatever you bind on earth will have been bound in heaven. And whatever you loose on earth will have been loosed in heaven. So what are we doing? He's given us the keys to go out into the world and proclaim the good news. He's given us everything that we need. So why are we still waiting at the door for something to happen? Start walking in what God has given you. Stop sulking. Stop wishing what is wasn't. And start being a waymaker for those who don't know him as that yet. I know God has worked in my life. I mean, I could take up so much of your time telling you how God has worked in my own life through not only me, through my husband, through my kids. He is a way maker and he is a miracle worker. So if you are like me, who has battled with your own emotions or have had a hard time seeing what God is doing, even though he is doing stuff, I want to encourage you and I want to inspire you to know that God is not stopping. He never stops. He's always making a way, always making a move. But the thing is God gives us the tools and the resources. But if we don't use them and we don't do them, then how are we expecting God to be a way maker, miracle worker? We need to start working and utilizing and being managers over the tools and the resources that God has given us. And maybe then more people will open up and they'll come to see who it is that God is. Maybe then devastation will lessen. I mean, who knows? Maybe then God will bring you someone who can comfort you in the time of sorrow. God never stops. So today, I want you to find somebody that you haven't talked to yet. Talk to them, give them a hug, give them a smile, introduce yourselves to them. Today, if you have been in a slump and you are sad or you're mad, today I want you to find the smallest thing to be happy about. And I want you to continue building on that to be happy about. The things that we allow relationships to be broken up of with our loved ones, the smallest things, we need to wake up, because there's so much more in life than those smallest things that we're allowing division and heartache to come in between. I don't know who this message is for today, but I do know that God is a way maker. He's a miracle worker, and he never stops, and he doesn't want us to stop either because of something that we're feeling inwardly or something that we see outwardly. So get up, get moving, take one step forward, and do what it is that God wants you to do, that he's already given you the tools to do, even within your own home or within your work. This is encouragement and motivation and hopefully inspiration for you today from my heart. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.